In August, Governor Greg Abbott signed 2 anti-squatter bills into law. Now, the governor said the state faces a squatting crisis with property owners struggling to evict delinquent tenants or remove people who were never supposed to be on the property in the first place. Ari Rastegar is the CEO of Rastegar Property Company. Ari, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate your time. You are a real estate developer, investor, deal with properties all the time. What have you seen? Like, you have some horror stories.
Yeah, we've definitely had a squatting crisis in this city. There's no question about that. And what I like about these bills is it restores common sense back to property rights. And with that, there's something with the enforceability, which is also really well thought out, meaning you file a sworn complaint. Okay, so those who are filing the complaints need to, put a little bit of emphasis on the truth of what it is, which I like. And then that gives law enforcement the ability to act. And then there's 21 days. So justice can be served within, days, not months. And so it allows due process to happen, for the individual to, if they were there rightfully, they'll have the opportunity to, show evidence in a court, but it certainly closes some of the loopholes of allowing folks that aren't supposed to be on these properties, which endangers communities, endangers other, paying owners. And I think this sends a big message, to the rest of Texas of we're not only pro-business and, we're also pro-home ownership.
Sure. Can you paint a picture of what the issue was? Because you dealt with it.
Sure. I mean, the issue is individuals coming that don't belong there, that are trespassing, that are in a lot of instances violent. We've had violence against our own employees, our own staffing, other tenants.
From squatters.
From squatters, yes.
Who weren't supposed to be there.
They weren't supposed to be there, that, most of them weren't necessarily at one point paying tenants. These are individuals that I think are unhoused in a lot of instances, or maybe suffer look, I'm not a psychiatrist of any sort, but seeing the behavior that a lot of these individuals is not rational. It's certainly not legal, definitely violent, definitely criminal behavior. And then you call the police and they don't come. And you call them again and they don't come. You call them, and we manage hundreds of doors, properties, and industrial facilities, master plan communities.
So no instant relief prior to these 2 laws.
Instant would have, instant would also is out of the question, but you're talking about months and months and months of seeing the same repeat offenders over and over again. So having a 21-day timeline is a great step in the right direction. And then also being able to, once you file this sworn complaint, and since this law has been enacted, law enforcement are now able to do their job. So I sympathize with a lot of the law enforcement individuals that have been called that did come, where they're like, I
can't do anything.
I can't do anything. And now, these people that are
constables,
the constables are able to do their job. And I think that's a great step in the right direction to get the city in a place where homeowners feel safe, because even as investors, investors do better when communities are safer.
There you go. Ari, thank you so much for coming on and enlightening us about 2 new laws.